Hello all, I'm Siddharth Kaul and I welcome you to Edupedia World. In this video, I'm going to show and demonstrate how to present the code written in Matlab. Matlab provides us with variety of options to present our code. The first four and the most common is a command line help. This is nothing but the comments written in the program file. These are the comments that we write in the initial first lines of program file. So when we are trying to use the help command and our custom function, these are the lines that get displayed to us. So this is basically can also be viewed using any simple editor. So this is like a very basic form of presentation. The second is MATLAB allows us to publish our code. So when we talk about publishing, it is like we are commenting the code in a way using a basic markup that help us to output it as a HTML file or a Word file or a PDF file. So the output formats that are supported by MATLAB is XML, HTML, LaTeX, Word document, PowerPoint document, and a PDF. The thing in this is, in the comments itself, we use the basic markup for MATLAB to identify which are headers, which are sections, and which are just plain text. Third is we can export it as a help browser topics. So here we create a combination of HTML and XML files where we provide MATLAB with our own help topics for our own custom functions. The output for this always remains in HTML. Then the fourth option is a notebook. This notebook is only available in Windows platform where the Microsoft Word is installed. So we use the Microsoft Word to create electronic or printed records. These are useful for MATLAB session like for class notes, textbooks or technical reports. The only precondition in this is that the Microsoft Word needs to be installed in this. The one item that is missing in this list is a MATLAB report generator. It is basically used to generate and build complex reports. This report generator supports PDF, Word and HTML format. So as seen in the first row, we have a section title and a descriptive text that immediately follows it. These section titles actually creates a division in the code that allows us to execute a section of code independently. The second, you could using a 3% sign, we can have a section title without a section break. In this case, the code will not be divided, only a section title will appear. The next we have text formatting. So text formatting is basically bolding the text, italicizing the text or monospacing the text and putting trademarks in our text. So basic text format are supported by the MATLAB. We can have a italic text, we can have a text become bold. So italic text is done by writing a text between two underscores. We bold our text by writing our text between two asterisks, and we monospaced our text by writing our text between two parallel lines. Then trademarks are written with the text followed by parenthesis, and inside we write a keyword TM. Similarly, for registered trademark, we write text followed by parenthesis and a registered trademark. Then we have bulleted and numbered list. So bulleted, we can actually mark up our comments into bullets and numbering. So a bullet, unnumbered bullet is done using asterisk with a single asterisk followed by our bulleted item, and a numbered list is done by a hashtag followed by our numbered item. Next we have text and code blocks. So basically this is, we have a pre-formatted text. So pre-formatted text is something that appears in monospace fonts. It maintains its white space and it does not wrap long lines. So two spaces must appear between the comment symbol and the text of the first line of the pre-formatted text. Then we have external file content. This is like if we want to include the content from external file, we use include markup. This include markup is followed by the file name and it is followed by a closed of the include markup. Then we can also include external graphics. So to publish an image that MATLAB code does not generate, we use text markup. So this is an external graphic text markup. So by default, MATLAB already includes code generated graphic, but to have an external graphic, we need to specify the file name in our comment section. So MATLAB requires the file name to be relative path from the output location to our external image or a fully qualified URL. So the good practice is to save our image in the same folder the MATLAB publishes as output.
So for example, here we are having a file name .png. So this is referring to the same folder where the MATLAB is publishing the output. Then we have latex equations. So we can have two forms of latex equations in the comments. We can have an inline expression or we can have a block equation. So the inline expression starts with a single dollar sign and it's followed the latex syntax. For a block equation, it is enclosed between two dollar signs. So as you can see at the last, that is a block equation. So it is put it as a block and not as an inline. MATLAB comments also supports hyperlinks and HTML marker. So here is a static hyperlink. So it is a URL followed by the text that you want to apply the link to. This is usually helpful when you want to direct the user to some location on the web. Like for example, I have redirected the user to the Google and we have created the link on the Google text itself. We can also include HTML markup. These are done in cases where we want to have a tabular kind of format or we want to use some of the features in HTML that are not there in the code comment. So here I have used the table markup from the HTML. So I started the HTML tag and I started the table markup, and then inside the table markup I created a single row and two columns, 1 and 2. And then I closed those markup for both the table and the HTML. So this way I created a table inside the code itself. So when we publish this as an HTML, then it will take this as an HTML code. How to publish a MATLAB code? So here I have a script that I have written it and I have marked it up with the comments. So as you can see, I have created sections. For the first is the title section, then I created a question section, then I created a solution section, then I created a given section, and so on. So basically, to extend to show, give a more demonstration about this, I wrote the question here itself. So it's basically a Hamiltonian solution. So I have a second order plant equation given here. I have not used latex here, but we can use latex equations here as well. And for that we have a given cost function and we have to find an optimal control. And we have to simulate the given things in the setup. So I have created a given section where I have pointed out all the things that had been given in the question. Here there is state equations and cost function. Now I have started defining the symbol variable. So using the symbol function, I have defined the symbol variable. This becomes my one section. Then in the second section, I am finding the Hamiltonian. In the third section, I am finding some various matrices by taking values from Hamiltonian function. For each line, I have produced a comment like system matrix A, system matrix B, initial conditions, and so on. The next section I deal with using the continuous time algebraic Riccati equation for finding the matrix K. Then I did some stuff and each line has been commented well. And then at the last I have the output response where I plot the function and provide it with the title, label, and the legend. So now let's see how to publish this. So I'm now going to go to file and I'm going to click publish this file. So I will change my folder to that path and it will start publishing. It will take some time depending on PC to PC. On the back end, it will be running the whole project and executing the each and every code and generating the appropriate figures, and it will be saving those figures in the HTML file. So now it automatically opens a browser and it will present me with the output file. So as you can see, it has presented me with an output file. I got the first section title, that is the multi-variable assignment. Then in the content section, I got all the divisions automatically. I can click on it and I can scroll down. So basically for the question section, this got populated. For solution and given section, this got populated. Section by section, the code has been written and each section is self-explanatory and the comments are also included in the code. Then as the MATLAB is continuously evaluating this code, the output from the command window is also shown here. Then the output response, we are trying to plot something and the plot graphic is also included in this HTML markup language. So this is how we publish a code in the MATLAB. So by default, MATLAB publishes the code in HTML, but we have the power to go to publish settings and change it to either PDF, either Word, and whatever we want it to be. So this concludes this demonstration on publishing the code on MATLAB. This concludes our video on publishing the MATLAB code. In the next video, we are going to enter into more advanced software development features of MATLAB, and we will start by looking into error handling. Here we will have a discussion on how to handle errors and exceptions in MATLAB. So until then, please subscribe and thanks for watching.